Hello learners, so let's solve this math problem. Okay, so the way it says find the quadratic equation whose roots are 3 over 4 and minus 4. Okay, so let's say somebody solved a quadratic equation and then the person arrived at these answers 3 over 4 and negative 4. So what is the quadratic equation question he or she solved and arrived at these answers? So we are going to use a formula to get the equation the person solved and arrived at these answers. Okay, so the formula we can use to solve this question is x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots all to be equal to 0. So this is the formula we are going to use to solve this. Okay, so first let's get the sum of the roots. When we are done, we get the product of the root, then we substitute it into this formula and solve it. So let's first find sum of root. Therefore, sum of roots. So in mathematics, when we say sum, it means addition. So we are going to add the root, that is 3 over 4 and minus 4. So this gives us 3 over 4 plus minus 4. So 3 over 4 plus minus 4. So this is a fraction. So let's see, here is over 1. So we find the LCM. So the LCM of 4 and 1 is 4. So we get our LCM 4, then we do justice to it. So 4 goes into 4 one time. And then 1 times 3 is 3. We write our 3 here. Plus 1 goes into 4 times. And then 4 times minus 4 is minus 16. So minus 16 here. Okay, then we continue. So 3 plus minus 16 give us minus 13. So the answer is minus 13 over 4. Therefore, the sum of the root is minus 13 over 4. Now let's get the product of the roots. So again, product of roots. So product in mathematics means multiplication. So that is the product of the root will be 3 over 4 times minus 4. Okay, so this is also fraction. So let's say here is over 1. And then 3 times minus 4 give us minus 12. So minus 12 here. Over 4, 1, that is 4. And then 4 can divide 12. So 4 goes to itself 1, goes into minus 12 minus 3. That is 3 times. So the answer is minus 3. So the product is minus 3. Now let's substitute this information into the formula and solve it. Therefore, we know the formula to be x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots all to be equal to 0. So let's substitute the information into the formula. So therefore we get x squared minus, so sum of roots. So sum of roots is minus 13 over 4. So minus 13 over 4 here. And then x is here, x plus product of roots. So product of roots is minus 3. So plus minus 3 to be equal to 0. Okay, let's continue. So we can use 4 as LCM and multiply through. Okay, so multiplying through with 4. So 4 here times the s squared. So 4 times s squared. And then minus here, so negative 4. So that gives us plus 13 over 4x here times the LCM 4 plus minus 3 times the LCM 4 to be equal to 0 times 4. Okay, so let's break this one down. So 4 times s squared give us 4s squared plus, here 4 can cancel 4, then we get 13x, so remaining 13x, so 13x, and then here minus 3 times 4 give us minus 12, so minus 12, and then 0 times 4 is 0 to be equal to 0. So this is the final answer. So the person solved this quadratic equation and got these answers. So if you found this one helpful, like, comment, and share for your friends. Thank you.